I know y'all are not going to like this one. I know I can already hear the comments, and I'm trying to find something that'll help me out here a little bit, but I can't. I'll explain that in a second. So last week I made a Seahawks video talking about how I was wrong about Pete Carroll and that he has turned this team around, and now they're 5-3. I'm being proven even more wrong each week because of how well Pete Carroll has done with this Seahawks team. Well, they played the New York Giants, and I have been very critical of Daniel Jones. And I think you guys know where this is going. I've been very critical of Daniel Jones over the entirety of his Giants career. He's got a lot of things that you can check a box with. He's got a cannon of an arm. He's athletic. He's got some. He's tall. He's got some things that you're like, okay, I can win with that. Look at Josh Allen. Cannon of an arm, athletic, tall, mobile. Brian Daboll comes over. Oh my gosh, Daniel Jones is going to have this grand season. He's going to prove himself to be the Giants quarterback. Wow, the Giants are 6-1. Daniel Jones is proving everybody wrong. 17 of 30, 176 yards, QBR of 25, passer rating of 71. Daniel Jones is not the future of the New York Giants. Daniel Jones is not the future of the New York Giants. Giants fans, you can try to tell me all you want. He's not the future of the New York Giants. And my family is entirely Giants fans, pretty much. I was trying to find with my keys because I have a little Giants thing on my keychain. I want the Giants to be good. I have a friend, my friend Tyrell, New York sports fan. Likes the Giants, likes the Knicks. Because of my family, I like the Giants, I like the Knicks. But I've been very critical of both teams recently for a very good reason. The Knicks are a mess. They always think they're going to get the next best superstar on the market, and they never do. And they just float around mediocrity. Made it to the playoffs once recently. Big whoop-de-doo. The Giants haven't been relevant since Eli left. Even before Eli left, it was kind of a mess. And New York Giant fans kind of forget what they were saying about Eli Manning and how much they were calling for his head about 3 years before he retired. And he just kept staying with the team. Yeah, kind of forgot. New York Giants fans have kind of forgotten that a little bit. And I've been critical of both teams ever since then. But I can't emphasize this enough. I want both teams to be good. I'm not going to sit here and try to say I'm a fan of both teams. I'm not a fan of either team. But I want to see both teams succeed. I would love to see the Giants. I think football is better when the Giants are good. When the NFC East as a whole is competitive, is the best time for football. And now we're seeing the Eagles do their part, undefeated. As a Dolphins fan, I want the Eagles to go undefeated. Cowboys are doing good. Not too happy about that, but good football is good football. And then the Giants, they start the season 6-1. Saquon Barkley, beast. Love Saquon. Hope he can stay healthy. That's what the Giants need. They need Saquon to stay healthy, the offensive line to stay healthy, because they're really riding that. The defense has played great this season with a lot of mostly no-name players. Have done great. Love it. Daniel Jones is not the quarterback for this team. Brian Daboll has gotten just about every ounce out of Daniel Jones each game so far. And his play calling has shown what he thinks about Daniel Jones. Against the Jaguars, he rushed for over 100 yards. Him and Saquon were killing it on the ground game. He doesn't let Daniel Jones air the ball out. He's got a cannon of an arm. He never lets Daniel Jones air it out. You see Daniel Jones looking like he's about to wind it up, and then it's a 10-yard end route. I'm watching the game yesterday multiple times. I think he's about to go for it. They have the ball on their own 40-yard line. And he's cocking back. I'm like, oh. And then the ball gets thrown just beyond the 50-yard line. You're like, okay. The play calling shows what Brian Daboll thinks of Daniel Jones. There's never any big risks in this offense. It has been an elementary offense from a very non-elementary offensive play caller. Brian Daboll revolutionized Josh Allen. Will Josh Allen still become Josh Allen without him? Who knows? But we do know is how Josh Allen ended up being thanks to Brian Daboll and what he allowed Josh Allen to then do. We aren't seeing any of this with Daniel Jones. It is very much play action, drop back, hit a guy who's hopefully open. Doesn't have any receivers to throw to, so that definitely helps or hurts his case as well because, who's his best receiving target yesterday? Wan'Dale Robinson. a rookie for Kentucky. That should not be anybody's best target. Wan'Dale Robinson is looking like he's a good player, and you can do something with that, but you do need more than that. So Daniel Jones, yeah, he's not throwing to the best of the crowd. I understand that. But you still need more from your quarterback. And the public has demanded more out of players with less. I'm a Dolphins fan. It's the only thing that's the only thing that I will bring up that I know what I'm talking about. The Dolphins with Tua. The media crucified this man. No offensive line. Jalen Waddle was really his only consistent weapon, only got him last year. Defensive head coach, 4 offensive coordinators in 3 seasons. Never could get the offense correct. Tua was crucified. I know, okay, yeah, he doesn't have the same intangibles. Doesn't have the big arm. Isn't big. Isn't athletic. Isn't mobile. Doesn't have those, so it's easier to crucify him. Also, he's a lefty, so we don't like that. Daniel Jones checks a lot of boxes, but he's not going to take the Giants back to the playoffs. He might take them to the playoffs, but he's not taking them back to potential Super Bowl contention. Giants are going to make the playoffs this year, probably. End up being a wild card. And then they're going to get to play probably, it could be the Seahawks again if the Seahawks continue this hot run, but more likely it will be the 49ers. You don't want to play the 49ers in San Francisco in the playoffs if you're the Giants. That's an experienced team that just added to its weapons core with Christian McCaffrey. You look at this BB gun offense that the Giants are rolling out with, and then just the armada that the 49ers will be rolling out. You don't want that as a Giants fan, or possibly even the Vikings, even worse, who they already have Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, and they could look to add another weapon at the trade deadline. Daniel Jones is not trusted by his head coach. He's had 4 years now to prove himself. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option. I believe this time, next season, the Giants will have a different quarterback. They might give him a franchise tag because they don't get a good draft position and there's nobody on the market. Maybe an Aaron Rodgers, but do you really want to go with Aaron Rodgers, truly? Just because I don't think Daniel Jones is the guy doesn't mean I would just move off of him for anybody, because he has winnable traits and they have won with him. So don't just move off for anybody. But eventually the Giants are going to move off Daniel Jones, and they're going to be better off because of it.